Okay, now I want you to move all the pillows.
No, we're not.
But, well, will you put the lights up so we can have the Christmas lights?
Do I have to do set design?
It's Christmas beer.
Turn that off. I don't want them to see my shade.
Okay, now we have Christmas lights.
Does that appease your set design sense?
Yes.
Hi there. It's your old friend, all-powerful Nateboi / alcoholic Luigi / I don't even fucking know.
You're an old friend, huh?
I'm an old friend. I'm the internet's old friend.
I see.
I'm their buddy that, like, got them drugs when we were 14. And they know it wasn't really a good idea, but they had a good time, so, whatever.
I see.
One of those things. And I have an alcohol review for you tonight, here, because I have the last of my special fancy Trappist Ale from Belgium. And tonight,
are you going to actually read the name?
I'm getting there.
So you say.
You know, there's a process here.
Okay.
You have to follow the process.
And we'll just get on with it then.
I'm working on it. My fiancée is also taking part in tonight's alcohol review, because this is the last of these beers, and she was like, you're not going to drink all of that on your own. And I was like, of course I am. And then after I woke up from my small coma, I agreed that she should take part in the review.
Is that how that went?
That's how that went. Because here in the all-powerful one's homestead, domestic violence is, of course, hilarious.
A way of life. So, here, why don't you hold that beer out?
She's a graphic designer, folks.
Okay, but you should turn the label so they can see the whole thing. There you go.
You're missing the point of these reviews.
Oh,
They're not
sorry.
supposed to be work.
Oh, well. This is always what happens when you add a second person to a production.
No, this is what happens when you add a graphic designer to anything. No, we have to make it look pretty before we can do any of the important stuff.
Oh, sure, insult me. See how well that works out for you.
Hey, I've got the beer and the spatula. Try it.
I could make other comments.
You could. I saw you stop yourself there. I approve. This is St Bernardus Christmas Ale from Belgium. Trappist Vig, I think, if we're going with W's being V's. I don't actually know what language it is, because it's Belgium and they speak like 50 different languages and they're all V's.
No, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. In Belgium, they have two official languages, Flemish and French.
Right, so they speak like 50 dozen different languages, and they all contain V's instead of W's or some weird bullshit. And so that's where this beer is from. Being a Trappist Ale was expensive. A 4-pack cost $21, but it's really fucking tasty.
Plus tax.
Plus tax.
It's really fucking tasty, and it's, for a beer, high in alcohol. It
is high in alcohol. It's a 10% alcohol by volume. It's an 11.2 fluid ounce bottle, but, 10%. It also, like many Belgian ales, I find, it does tell you there at the label in the bottom exactly what temperature they suggest it be and what kind of glass we use. I, of course, refuse to take that particular amount of advice. It's just lucky it's getting a glass at all.
That's true. We usually drink it out of the bottle.
Just straight out of the bottle. We have no class at all. Packaging. So,
it's red and green.
It is red and green. It's
got snowflakes in the back.
It does.
Ooh, and the monk has a Santa hat on.
And the monk has a Santa hat on.
Which makes me wonder if they were intending this for sale in the United States.
It does, because my understanding is that the great white land of Borkborkistan doesn't really celebrate Christmas the way we do. And so, like something about a Krampus? I don't even know.
So, by the great white land of Borkborkistan, you mean every other country on the planet?
Right, Borkborkistan.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, I do like the packaging. It gets the point across. I don't know. I hate Santa hats.
Yeah, but it tells you this is Trappist and it's for Christmas.
Yes.
I mean,
it gets all the important information across. Yeah, I guess I'll give it a 5 out of 5 wangs.
Okay.
So it's got 5 out of 5 wangs on packaging. So of course, then we have the next thing, which involves the smell. Now this, you may recall from one of my previous reviews, is the Space Oddity Brew and Music. Are you bringing a champagne flute to a beer
pour me
tasting?
some beer. Thank you, that's fine.
You call it fancy beer even once, and the women gotta pull out the crystal. See, there it is. This, I've decided, is the official pint glass for these alcohol reviews from now on. It's got a lot of head. But to be fair, it's still cold.
That's true. What did it say? 51 degrees?
48 to 52.
Yes, so we didn't actually temperature control that closely. We just hauled it out of the fridge.
Pretty much. And it's kind of a cold fridge to begin with. So.
It is.
So I'm mostly just letting it sit a little, warm up a bit, get the head down. I have had this beer in bottles like these just foam up over the neck just from setting it down too hard. So that was kind of a sad loss of beer on that day.
I guess.
I heard the lamentations of women.
I would say it was me, except I didn't know that happened.
Well, that's why I didn't tell you. The other women lamentation was enough. I don't know if I could have handled it had it been you.
Okay, now you're making a mess.
I always make a mess. You know, I invite you along once. And then all of a sudden...
And then you pour beer on the table. What can I say?
Okay, so now that we have our beer poured, it's time to judge the smell and the aroma to see how the smell interacts.
The smell and the aroma.
And both, not just one or the other.
Smells ale-y.
It does. The classic ale taste is definitely the most robust and the most immediate smell that hits. It has kind of a sweet smell to it.
It does.
So I like that. It's a lot
almost
of ales,
caramely.
Right. A lot of ales, like, you can kind of smell the bitterness. And this one, you can't smell the bitterness so much. I like that. It feels like you're trying to rush through the smell so you can drink the beer.
Well, duh.
But it's important that they get
Okay,
everything.
alright. I'm putting my glass down. You just tell me when it's time to drink.
Alright. Not that they could see you anyway. You could have just been drinking it all already.
Yeah, but I just took a taste.
No.
That was for appearance purposes, too, because I didn't want your glass to be too empty.
Right. Well, we wouldn't want that. I don't know. The smell is nice, but it's nothing particularly impressive. You know, it's not incredibly... What's the word I'm looking for? Strong of smell? Clunky turn of phrase. There it is. It's only getting a 3 out of 5. It smells nice. It's not very impressive as far as smells go, but I know it's going to be an ale. So it makes me...
Truth in advertising.
Right. Nothing, you know, but nothing beyond what I'd expect out of a good, professionally made drink. So now the taste, the thing the Fiancée is really, really, you know, rare to get to.
Whew.
The first thing that hits you is the strength of the flavor. It's a high alcohol content beer, and it's a very obviously high alcohol content beer. So that detracts a little bit from it because, you know, I don't want to taste alcohol in beer. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's there. If they can do it in such a way where it really adds to the taste, that's good. But if I wanted things to taste like alcohol, I'd be drinking hard liquor. So that detracts a little. On the other hand, it does have this bit of a bite that I really like, and it does have those caramel flavors that you smell when you first, you know, smell it. It also, right? I feel like I'm being mocked from a
disembodied voice. You are.
Oh, good. That's because people didn't already think I was crazy. We had to help them along with a disembodied voice.
Well, yeah, but now they can hear it too.
Well, that's true.
So at least it's not just you.
I hope. I pray that they can hear this. Otherwise, it's kind of a problem. And it doesn't have the bitter taste or aftertaste that a lot of high alcohol content beers have. I would give it a 4 out of 5 wangs for the taste, bringing it to a grand total of, 3.5 out of 5 wangs? I think that's how the math works out.
I don't know how you're doing your thing.
Well, we have 3 categories.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We add them together, and then we
Oh, you're averaging.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So we gave it a 5 for packaging, 4 for taste, and
3
3
for aroma.
for aroma. I think that's more than 3.5.
It might be. I would have to count on my fingers, and that looks really tacky.
I think it's an average of 4 even, actually.
Are we doing 4? Okay.
Yes.
Well, then we will call it a 4 even beer. It is tasty. Actually, no, I'm going to ding it down that extra half point, and I'll tell you why. It is tasty. It is certainly a thing that you should look for if you can get it around the holidays. But unless you find yourself really liking it, like the Fiancée and I did, just because we happen to really like it, it's still going to cost you $20 for 4 bottles.
It is kind of pricey.
It's kind of pricey. And
but we almost never buy beers that cost this much, so
Right.
you know, a holiday thing.
Right. So, like, as a holiday thing, as a special treat, I think you should definitely do it. Objectively, it's, like, by itself, it's a 4-wang beer. There it is. But because of the price, and because, of all that bullshit, it's getting dinged that half a point. So it's 3.5 out of 5 wangs. A good, solid beer. Try it if you can find it this holiday, or next holiday, or whenever. Unless you happen to hate ales, especially Belgian-style Trappist ales.
Then you would be really disappointed.
Then you would be incredible. You would wonder why you wasted so much damn money on something like that.
Yes.
Any other last thoughts?
It's tasty. Drink up.
There you go. Until next time, this is the all-powerful Nateboi saying, speak your mind, or at least shut the hell up while I speak mine.